Poor connection. Why does it always say poor connection? Got a thumbs up and it doesn't show anybody there. There's somebody there. Hey, Will. Aaron. I meant to do an announcement video to let people know I was going to be on tonight, but things didn't work out. Tina, how you doing? Duke? I got a noisy chair here tonight, guys, so bear with me. It's a lot more comfortable than the stool I was on for my last live chat. That was really uncomfortable. 7 people. There are a lot more people online tonight than I thought there'd be. So, we'll give it a few minutes. See if we get how many people we can get in here in just a few minutes. Holy crap, that's a lot of knives. I'm a kydex sheath maker, Duke. Check out my other channel, CP Kydex. You really want to take a look at the knives. There's a few more up there. If I could lower this tripod anymore so you guys could see them all, I would. There's a few axes, too. Backpacks, my other tripod, my old Harley vest. Used to be into the biker thing. Popcorn going to... Hey, thanks, Will. Yeah, guys, for anybody that doesn't know, I make kydex sheaths for a living. So, if you go over to my website, countryprepper.com, you can order kydex sheaths from there. But also, a friend of mine that I work with has holsters on my website as well. So if you need a good inside the waistband kydex holster, it's one of the best ones I've ever worn. Vendetta Tactical is the name of it. Well, we got 8 people on here. That's pretty quick for only 3 minutes. So, what shall we talk about tonight? This is just kind of an impromptu. I'm kind of an insomniac. I don't sleep much, so figured why not talk to you guys. One thing I should let you guys know about if you're interested in a kydex sheath. I'm doing a little fundraiser. I have a raffle going on. 717 Tactical. How's it going, man? So tomorrow, since I'm a kydex sheath maker, I do this for a living. I'm trying to raise some funds for a new drill press, so I'm going to do kind of a little fundraiser. I also have a raffle going on that's ending at noon tomorrow. So it's for a couple of big, cool knives and a piggyback kydex sheath, custom sheath. You get to choose the pattern for the kydex and all that good stuff, and I'll build whatever sheath you want. So that's on the main page of my website, countryprepper.com. So, just kind of a shameless plug there, let you guys know about it. I am testing out some new gear. You guys want to see it? And let me know if I'm talking way too loud. Oh, I had mentioned something in one of my last videos. I think it was my... was it? Yep. Let's see the good. So, it was in my hydration pack emergency kit video. I said I was having a hard time finding this stuff, and I finally got some more. I love this stuff. Walmart, that's like $5 for 30 feet of paratinder, and this stuff blazes up quick and good. So, glad I finally found some more. That was the last one, too. So, if you guys see it at Walmart, buy it. The next time you go, and we'll be looking for it, it'll be gone. If it's anything like our Walmart around here. A couple other things that I'm working on. that's going to be on my... Yes, I got the last 2 packs today. Good for you, man. What would you charge for a Mora HD MG Companion with a... Well, for something like that, you can get it right off my website, man. Let's see. Companion... Kind of depends on whether you want a drop leg or a dangler sheath. So, and what size of ferro rod you want. I have 5" by 1/2", or I have 5/16 by like 3.15, I think they are, the smaller ferro rods. But they're both good ferro rods. But, you know, it all depends on how much you want to spend and what you want to get. But I got cross draws are like $40. A drop leg is like 45. Dangler's 50, I believe, something like that. Ferro rod's an extra $15 for the small one. That comes with the loop. And then shipping is added into my prices on the website too, guys. If anybody's interested in that. So, Will, I hope that kind of helps your question a little bit. The other thing, Island Outdoors. Hey, how's it going? They go fast. Yes, they do. That's little Star 63. Hello. Got quite a few people on for this time of night. That's pretty surprising. So, another thing that I'm working on, you know how everybody loves to build their Altoids tin survival kits, and carrying them in your pocket's kind of a pain in the ass because, you know, they can pop open if you don't tape them shut. Most people do tape them shut, but if you don't, and still, even then, if it gets really hot, the tape can break loose, or you get the gunky tape stuff inside your pocket. I'm going to make some Altoids and SE10 holders with a little belt clip on them. And I'll have a few of those. They'll be up for sale on my website tomorrow too. Going on along with the fundraiser that I'm doing to get myself a new drill press so I can continue doing what I do for a living. So some of the other... I have like 5 rubber bands. Yeah. I usually put a Ranger band on mine, and that seems to work pretty well. But you know, I don't like carrying stuff in my pockets, especially the cargo pockets. Something like that bangs on my knee, and I have bad knees in the first place. So, Bobby, hey, how's it going? So, I would rather carry it on my belt because it's light enough that it doesn't really affect my pants always falling down from carrying a concealed weapon. But I'm really thinking about getting a pocket pistol for this summer for wearing my shorts. Because carrying a full-size or M&P shield still plenty heavy when you're wearing shorts. So a good pocket pistol. Maybe can't decide if I want to bother with 380 or just go with the smallest 9mm I can find. Like a TC, what is it? Ruger LC9, maybe? I don't know. What do you guys think? Do any of you guys carry a pocket pistol? And if you do, what do you carry? I'm just kind of curious. So, good discussion. Something to get started. Some of the other gear that I'm testing out. I saw enough reviews on it, and they sent me a message. And I didn't really want to do any more flashlight reviews, but honestly, for $20, this is an insane flashlight for $20, guys. If you haven't picked one up, you're missing out. Over 500 lumens, and it comes with the battery, a rechargeable battery. So, I used to have a Keltec PF9. Yeah, the price really got cranked up on those, didn't they? It is an awesome little gun. They used to be cheap. I don't know what happened. But I think they're right up in the same price range as Ruger LC9. So I don't know. You know, a shield is a little big for a pocket pistol. But my wife has wanted a 380 for a long time. She's been, you know, gun, or the pistol that she takes to the range is a Walther P22. Guess they don't make them anymore. Well, that's a bummer. That was an awesome little handgun. So anyhow, Taurus, if it's nice in the pocket. Yeah, I've had a couple of Taurus pistols. They don't make them anymore. It was the PT840, I think it was. That was a nice gun, and I wish I'd have never sold it. You know, one of them things where had some bills that were overdue, and things were about ready to get shut off because I got hurt at work, and had to keep the lights on, keep food in the fridge for the kids. So had to sell my gun, had to sell one of my pistols, and that was the one to go. So yeah, that's I'm pretty sure they don't make those now. They make the 24/7s, I think they are. And I don't like that one as much as that PT 840. But that was a 40 caliber, and that's kind of one of the reasons why I went with a 40 caliber on the shield too, because I used it for deer hunting, and that's awesome. Iowa just passed some new laws. You can use a 357 now too, and now they're trying to pass a law so we can use straight-walled cartridges. Like maybe a 45 long Colt or a 4570 or just straight-walled cartridges to deer hunt with. That's awesome. I'm gonna love that. So I'm not really much of a shotgun guy, to be honest. I've owned quite a few different shotguns and was never really that fond of any of them. I'd have to say the 870 Remington 870 was my favorite of any shotgun I've owned. But anyhow, what I was talking about, this flashlight. I have my Through Night 1AV2 and 1AV3, and I have a 14500 lithium ion 3.7 volt rechargeable battery in it. And they put out the same amount of lumens as this does, or relatively close. This one has an 18650 in it, but it has, the price of those flashlights plus the battery is twice the price, if not more, than this thing. So, very, very cool. So, has a little port on there, right there, to recharge it. So that's a perfect flashlight to keep in your truck or in a bug out bag. Because then if you have a power bank, you don't have to carry a charger too. So that would be awesome. Any word yet on when rifle season will be? They haven't, here in Iowa, they haven't passed it yet. But as far as I know, it's headed to, let's see, it passed the houses. It's going to Branstad, going to the governor. So I'm really hoping he signs that. He signs every other gun bill that's reasonable. So, I mean, he let us have silencers now, so I'm pretty sure he's going to sign this one too. But that's awesome because I grew up, I've talked about it before. I grew up on a ranch, grew up with horses and cattle and that kind of stuff. And, my dad watched Westerns all the time. I love Clint Eastwood movies, some John Wayne movies. My favorite movie is Lonesome Dove, so love the cowboy stuff. He's pretty pro-gun. Yeah, he is. Yep, Bobby. Yeah, apparently he's gonna be the China ambassador for Trump, so I don't know. Hopefully they get somebody that's as good on guns as he is in after him. But hopefully somebody that fixes the Medicaid mess that's going on. I know a lot of people, especially elderly people, that are in the nursing homes that are being really, really screwed over by his Medicaid mess. So, but anyway, so yeah. Anyhow, guys, go check that flashlight out. I'll be doing a review on it. A Tactical A1. They have an A1S too. That's $30, and it's double the output. So another $10 would be worth it. And I'm gonna get my hands on one of those. But another thing, I'm kind of gearing up for the bug out camp. So I've been looking at a bunch of different stuff, and just somehow I've been getting sent stuff that I actually need for this bug out camp. And I've been looking at different outdoor, like rugged power banks, because I'm going to have, of course I'll have my phone out there that I'm on right now. I'll probably have my laptop in the pickup just so I can kind of edit some videos at night. Maybe, I don't know. I might take it with just in case, but there's next to no signal out there, so I don't know if it's even do me any good. But I do have my waterproof camera, and so I have a USB charger for the batteries that go in that camera. So I need power banks, and I have several power banks, but they're not not any good for the outdoors. They're not waterproof. They're not shock resistant or dust resistant or anything like that. So I got a hold of this thing. And it's only 10,000 milliamp hour, but it's only like 20 bucks, guys. Or maybe 30 at the most. How long you going out? Going out for, what are you talking about? For my bug out camp? That's going to be, well, basically 2 nights. 3 days, 2 nights. Or, I don't know, it's Friday midday to Sunday midday will be the bug out camp. May 19th through the 21st. I got a bunch of questions that just popped up. I have my door open. I got a new router that's like 10 times the speed of my old router, and I'm still having connection problems out here in the garage, so I'm going to have to do something. Look forward to the review. Thanks, Duke. Thoughts on the TV show Doomsday Preppers? I hate that show. I absolutely despise it, because they made all of us rational preppers look like nutcases. And I know quite a few people that were on that show, actually, too. And a couple of them I'm friends with, and talk to them on Twitter quite a bit. And they're normal people, just like me. They're not nuts. But that show, the producers of that show, made people look crazy. They made them choose, one specific doomsday scenario that they're prepping for, and that's illogical. I don't know any prepper that is only preparing for one thing. That's just dumb. So, I don't know what their premise was on their show. I don't know what their thought process was for doing that, other than to sensationalize preppers and make us look like crackpots. So, I didn't like that show. I think I've watched about a dozen episodes of it, and I never made it through an entire episode, except for, let's see, which one was it? There was one. A guy was on a boat, and his whole prepping plan was based on escaping out on the water. And when he got all done, and they did the whole thing where they score him, he basically told him to go to hell. And that's the main one. I went back and watched that because somebody told me about that. So that's the only reason I made it through that whole. I guess not even the whole episode. I skipped to that part of the episode. So. Let's see, what else have I missed? What's up, guys? Matt Moore. Your thoughts on the automatic Buck 110? Didn't know there was an automatic Buck 110. The Buck 110 folder, that's my all-time favorite folding knife. Way over dramatized, exactly. That's what sells. Yeah, and that's the stupid part, fantasy sells. The more sensationalized you can get, the better off you do. I did one of my best paying video before YouTube took a big dump on my channel and stopped promoting any of my videos, and I hardly get any. My ad revenue is almost gone. More than, let's see, I made. And we don't make much in this genre, no matter what, but I picked up an e-gear. I missed a bunch of stuff here. Can't stand the Hollywood twist on everything that passes through. Yeah, exactly. The only person I liked was Christopher. Oh. Good little solar charging power banks on Amazon for 30 bucks. The trouble with Anchor power banks are awesome, but they're expensive and they're not waterproof. So if I go out there for a bug out camp and it rains, during the day or anything like that, number one, I won't be able to get much video because as soon as my batteries are dead, they only last an hour apiece. I won't be able to get hardly any videos for you guys. So I need some more, rugged type of power banks. There's one other one that Chris Thorne did. I think it was OutXC or something like that. I think I saw it. I saw it on another channel too. Might have been Colt Craven Bushcraft. Can't remember exactly. But yeah, Out XC 16. They actually Pneumatic. They make a 20,000 milliamp hour one too. Going to VidMe or staying here on YouTube. I'm doing both. Seeking. Right now, basically what I'm doing with VidMe is I'm mirroring a bunch of my videos over there, just in case they get taken down here, because I've had some bad, well, not really terrible things, but YouTube's being funny lately, and some of my videos they demonetized, and I had to go back through and have them review them. YouTube is a money loser for Google, so they're trying to clamp down. Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, the best way for us YouTubers to make money now is, number one, do like I'm doing and make a product. I make my kydex sheaths and all kinds of different stuff with kydex. So I have products, I have merchandise, I have some stickers on Teespring. If that does well, I'll do t-shirts too. And then these live chats have, what do they call that? The super chats. There's a little $ icon that you can, do a tip, and it'll take your comment to the top of the list so that you make sure it gets answered. So the person doing the live video doesn't miss your question. So, store at Amazon. I've had an Amazon store forever, and the most, like last month, I think I made $40 off of my Amazon store, or my Amazon links. So gun channels, preppers, and everything they're shutting a lot of us down. Massachusetts Prepper just did a video tonight that have a sheath for a Condor 5-inch. No, the Condor Basic knives do not sheath well. You have to have some point of retention on a kydex sheath. Otherwise, you have to do a friction sheath. I can do a friction sheath, but it scratches the ever-living crap out of your blade. And that leaves it prone to rusting a lot more. So I don't recommend it. Something like that is honestly, I hate to turn down an order, or I hate to turn down the income, but if it's not going to work out for the person that's interested in it, I'll send them somewhere else. I had a guy. But anyhow, what I was saying was Massachusetts Prepper just did a video tonight about, I don't know, hour and a half ago, where he was talking, all of his videos got demonetized. And it was, they didn't actually get demonetized, but he has not been seeing hardly any ads. In December, like my channel in December, I made $175, just that month alone. And the month before that, I made $170. So I was getting right up there. And doing, all right anyway. It was almost enough to, I was getting close to making my truck payment for me, at least. And I was going to start putting that money into gear for my 10K, 10,000 subscriber giveaway. So I was going to start buying gear for that at the beginning of the year. And then all of a sudden, boom, January's always horrible for ad revenue. But it dropped down to like $60 for January. February, it came back just a little bit, and then what was it, like not quite $80, and then last month dropped back off again, $75. So it's going from 175 to 75. It hurts. I mean, for a small relatively small channel. I'm not 100,000 subscriber. Kydex versus leather, what do you think truly? That depends on the knife and what you want it for. If it's a really like art piece type of knife, something that you want to keep really nice, put it in leather. If you want something that's functional, that there is next to no chance of you losing that knife, go with kydex. Also, kydex does not hold any moisture. So, I mean, there's pros and cons. I prefer kydex, obviously. But I almost had a leather sheath made for my custom bushcraft knife that Steve made me. So, but I decided to go with kydex because I'm not going to pay somebody else to make a sheath when I can make one for myself, and it turned out awesome anyway. So, it's just fear of scratching. Yeah, that's the main thing, because if you do get any type of dirt or grit down in your kydex sheath, it's going to scratch your blade. But if it's a knife that you use, it's going to get scratched up anyway, so why do you wouldn't care. So, I mean, it's gonna change the finish on it. It's gonna get a patina on it, that kind of stuff. For a working knife, kydex is unquestioning. Yeah, but YouTube will let blog channels and prank channels pretty much put anything out and won't. Exactly, Southern High Lifer. You got it right on the nail there. These channels that do stupid stuff, stuff that doesn't matter, it's just straight entertainment for the basically, for lack of a better term, for the mindless people in our culture, for the people that just want their 30-second thrill. Those channels are doing awesome. Those are the channels that people become millionaires off of YouTube. And, well, they're not going to be millionaires now because there's billions of dollars worth, or somewhere around $1 billion worth of advertising dollars were taken away from YouTube. So, I have a custom-made kydex sheath by a friend who helped me out. I love it, and that sheath has been great. Yeah. YouTube is my continuing education. It has been for me, too. I got on here basically for, to share my knowledge, and to be honest, where is Super Chat icon here? It's, there's it's a icon with a dollar sign. It's kind of a weird looking dollar sign. So it's I don't know, it might be hard to spot. I don't know where it is on mobile. I know on the computer it's right under the chat feed. So right where you go to type in your chat, where you click on to start typing it in, right below that is the little dollar sign icon for a super chat. And then your question stays at the top of the feed for a certain length of time, depending on how much money you donated. It is literally a war for your mind by trying to control what you see. So you're spot on, Bobby. And they've been doing that for decades. Doesn't seem to be Super Chat on iPad app. You might have to do an update, Matt. Also, my kydex fallback system that houses a flashlight, backlighter, and pocket knife. Cool. I've done a few kydex flashlight holsters, basically, but only certain flashlights work really well. They got to be kind of a smooth bore. Flashlight like this one, honestly, would not work very well because you'd have to either get rid of the pocket clip or, I don't know, something. Matt, thank you. Mr. Matt 57, thank you very much, man. And that right there, guys, Oily Prepper. Hey, good to see you. It's been a while. Oily's Humble Home. Maybe that's why I didn't see your channel anymore. Did you change channels, or did you just change your name? Just changed your name. Okay, I'll have to look you back up again. I lost you at one point or another. I had here a few months ago that have been so sick, haven't been on in a while. I've been having the same problem. I haven't shot very many videos just because I don't have the air capacity. I've been coughing and hacking like crazy. But if I'm sitting still, I'm usually okay. So that's why I've been doing a lot of live chats lately. So, but anyhow, wanted to say to Mr. Matt 57, Thank you very much. And honestly, guys, that's how us YouTubers are going to be able to stay on YouTube and keep doing what we're doing. Nobody here is trying to get rich, but yeah, we love doing it. And if it wasn't for you guys in the community and having fun at this, we'd quit doing it anyway. And because there's not enough money in it for channels like ours. Love the videos. Hey, thank you, Mr. Matt. You still recommend the for use with a small solar panel? Snack charger? Sun jack. Yeah, I still use mine all the time. Hope you're doing okay, CP. Yeah, I'm doing all right, Will. I'm just, yeah, I just had a chest cold. Sinuses clogged up. Probably sound more nasally than usual. But, yeah, I'm still kicking it. I'm still working 8, 10, 12 hours a day, so trying to get caught up on my sheath orders like always. Start doing some prayers for you, CP. Thanks, Oily. Yeah, I'll have to look you up again when I get off of here. So spicy food will clear that right out, bud. I tried that, dude. We made some nachos the other night, and I ate like a half a jar of jalapenos out of our garden jalapenos, not that weak shit you get out of the grocery store. The ones that we grow in our garden when they're just about ready to start turning green, we starve them of water, and that makes them spicier. And so those are the ones that I can. Those are the ones that I pickle. And I put garlic and what else? I have a brine recipe for my jalapenos. Yeah, they're a hell of a lot hotter than anything you can get in the grocery store, that's for sure. But anyhow, I ate those nachos, and I just had, it's kind of disgusting, but I've been so plugged up and so, sinusy and crap, and I just had gobs of snot just running. It was terrible. It was gross. But I felt better for a while. Gonna have to do it again, I guess. Bring some of those to the camp. I will do that. I think I still got 8 jars of them from last summer. I want that brine recipe. I might do a video on that one because, like I said, it's... I'm here for the community now. There's not enough money in it, and hopefully like going over to putting a bunch of videos on VidMe, because people, the people that watch you can leave you tips, and just like the super chats, you guys can leave tips. I have Patreon, but I'm not really using it much. It's basically just, if you want to kick somebody $1 or $2 every month, great. Citric acid with garlic with some vinegar. Yeah, that's pretty much the base of my preparedness community rocks on YouTube. Hell yes, it does. Anything here? No icon for super chat. Do you have a computer, Tony? I don't know. Did you check to see if there's an update for your app? Because this was fairly new. This came out like, a couple weeks ago? So there could be an update for your app, man. If not, try your phone, see if it's on there. Never know. I don't know. I'm not an Apple guy. Have you done any videos on the $4 Walmart knives? No, I haven't. And I've looked at them quite a few times. There was one that I really wanted too, and every time I go, I look and see if they have it. It was just one particular one. I liked the handle scales on it, and it had a good drop point on it. Liner lock, and they never have it. It's always sold out, or they're stocked up with a bunch of other ones that suck now, and so they're not getting any more in. Made in China. I guarantee you they're made in China, man. But I've seen quite a few reviews on them. I think, who was it? Was it Same Old 77? My friend Mark over at Same Old 77. I think he might have done a video on them. The Fat Man. I don't think I'm subscribed to him anymore either. I lost a bunch of channels. They did another purge here a few months ago, and I'm still trying to remember everybody I used to watch. So, but anyhow, those, yeah, they're decent. You know, they're little beater knives if you just want something that, you know, if you're in the type of occupation where their purges are so frustrating. Yeah, they are. I think it's like the fourth time in 3 years that I've had to go through and try to find everybody that I used to watch. It's just ridiculous. And then I know I've probably had a dozen people this year alone tell me that they've, you know, lost subscription to my channel, and they keep unsubbing me for my favorites too. Yeah, I used to watch the Fat Man like every day, and now, yeah, I just realized that I haven't been seeing his videos. What is your favorite knife to make a sheath for? That's a tough question. Hmm. Probably. Oh, yeah, that's a tough question. Probably the Mora Companion, just because I've done tons of them and I'm really fast at them now. That was like the first knife that I bought just for making sheaths. So I ended up having to buy one for myself so I could actually use it, because my other one was always either in the press or taped up, or, you know, being used to make the sheath or something. So I had to get a second one just so I had one to use. But yeah, probably the Mora Companion. Here lately, the Garberg. The Garberg has been so popular. I bet I made a Garberg sheath every day this week. No kidding. I'm pretty sure I did. Might have been one day that I didn't. I think Wednesday. I don't think I made one Wednesday. Other than that, I made at least 4 Garberg sheaths this week. So that's been insanely popular. The bad thing is, I like the Cans Bowl better. When it comes to actually bushcraft knives, I like a thinner blade. Just cuts better. And I think I talked about this in the last live chat, but you know, if you're batoning kindling, which is all I think a person should ever really baton is kindling, you know, it's a heavy enough knife for that. And I like the bushcraft forest too. I actually like it better than the bushcraft black. Here, I'm going to grab it here just a second and show you why. Oh, and they're, of course, all out on the bench. Just a second, guys. Okay, bunch of knives. I'll talk knives any day. So, some of these are kind of dirty. Just came out of a... Yeah. My bushcraft black was laying in front of the drill press, so it was nasty. Oops. Oh. Gotta go, CP. See y'all later. Hey, good to see you, Oily. Thanks for stopping by. Furl Woodcrafts Joe had a good video on. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know Joe. Joe is a really cool guy. Okay, just making sure I didn't miss anything. Southern High Lifer. I'm on mobile and the app shows up on mine. Yeah, I'm betting, Matt, I'm betting you probably just need an update on your app. So anyhow, for anybody that's just now coming in, I'm going to be doing a fundraiser on my other channel, CP Kydex, and I'm going to have a ton of Eldris sheaths for like $20, guys. Usually they're 30. So the little Eldris, still taped up. I got to make a bunch more, but I just thought I'd let people know about that. So anyhow, got the update today. Well, that's weird, man. I don't know. Might have to go into your YouTube settings and see. I don't have a clue. Should be there. Prepared in Alaska. More, yeah, I like. Don't get me wrong, guys. I like the Moragarberg. It is a stout knife. That is awesome. In the comment window on the right side. Okay. Anyhow, I mean the Garberg is an awesome knife. It's stout. It's tough. Um, I would not. I would not think twice about taking this out if I was going on a long hike and need. How much did I miss? Not a whole lot, man. We're just here shooting the shit, man. So we're talking knives right now. I was talking a little bit about the bug out camp, and I have and talking a little bit about how YouTube's screwing us all out of revenue, and what we're gonna have to start doing stuff like this, getting super chat stuff going on, and getting tips from you guys and stuff like that. So that's the only way it's gonna keep our channels alive. One of the things, yeah, the Garberg is sweet. It is an awesome knife. So don't get me wrong, guys. I like the Garberg. So I'm not saying anything bad about it. What I'm saying is I like the Cansbull better because when it comes to doing actual bushcraft tasks, making notches and feather sticks, and I don't have a can't talk. I don't have a Tom Chitwood knife, brother. My custom knife came from Steve over at Bushcrafter 1973. That's this beautiful thing here. Really wanted a Mortar Eldris, but can't drop $30 on a smaller knife when my Mortar HD. Oh, yeah, that makes sense, Will. You know, honestly, the Eldris, it's a cool little neck knife, and it has one hell of a sharp spine for striking a ferro rod. And it does some really awesome feather sticks, but oh yeah, Tom got in a motorcycle accident. If any of you guys know Tom Chitwood was in a motorcycle accident, and so if you're the praying type, pray for him. Otherwise, keep him in your thoughts and hope for the best for him. And he's an awesome guy. He'd give you the shirt right off his back any day of the week. So keep your thoughts and prayers with Tom. Love that guy. So what I was saying is when it comes to actual bushcraft tasks, making feather sticks, making notches, stuff like that, a thinner knife slices better, it cuts better. So, and then also it has that compound grind. So what that is actually for is you can get a hold of this up close, do some skinning with it. It kind of gives you just a little better grip, but also, you know, it's a little thinner right there. You notice how that tapers down? And so if you really need to do some really, really fine stuff, you know, that's better. The thinner the blade, the finer the work you can do with it. And that's where the Eldris really excels too, is being able to do really, really fine work. So that's why I prefer the Cansbull over the Garberg when it comes to bushcraft. If it was a survival situation, I'd have the Garberg any day. So it all depends on what you want the knife for. But what I was getting at with the Bushcraft Black and the Bushcraft Forest is the exact same thing. Bushcraft Black, Scandi grind, a little bit thicker blade. Bushcraft Forest, thinner blade, compound Scandi grind. This one is a slicing monster too, just like the Cansbull. And I really think the Cansbull is a replacement. I think that it's actually a replacement for the Mora 2000. But, you know, both, you know, this one's a great knife too. I am making 5 sheaths for this knife for Chris Thorne is having a 50,000 subscriber giveaway coming up. And he's going to be giving away 5 of my sheaths. And then he got 2 for himself too. So one for his Cansbull and one for his Bushcraft Forest. So you'll be seeing some of my sheaths on his channel too. So that's Drop Forge Survival for anybody that doesn't know who Chris Thorne is. Cool dude. Did you continue for Backwood Brian meetup? Oh yeah. Sheet companion after I worked on it for a half hour with a file and sandpaper. Oh yeah, I like carbon steel for its ease of sharpening. And if you ever had to, you could use a flint rock to throw some sparks to start a fire if you had to. But as far as convenience, stainless is awesome. And it holds the edge longer too. It's a little harder to sharpen, but it holds its edge a little longer. So, there's trade-offs for everything. But, I mean, my EDC fixed blade is a Mora Companion stainless. So, and that's in my get home bag right here, guys. Or, no, it isn't in there right now because I had to make a sheath for it. So, yeah, I make a liar out of myself every time. So, what do we got? 16 people on here. Anybody have any questions? Religious super metal or personal preference? Yeah, absolutely. Got a Boker Ginger Fighter. I haven't seen that one. I like some of the Boker knives. They make some really cool designs, that's for sure. One knife, I do like a few Schrade knives. And one knife that I think is really terribly underrated for some of their newer stuff is this one. The SEHF 61. That is a terribly underrated knife. It's like $30, something like that. It is a really, really shallow hollow grind. I don't know if you guys can tell on camera or not. But it does have that little bit of a dip in like this. So, EDC, I don't usually EDC a folder. I EDC this actually. That's my little package opener. Isn't that cute, guys? Tiny little thing. It's my package opener. I get tons and tons and tons of packages in a day. And if I don't feel like digging my little Gerber dime out that has the package opener on it, I'll just pop it open with this. But anyhow, so adorable, isn't it? So that's one of the neck knives I carry. But otherwise, can you explain the basics of different grinds? Sure. I think most people know what a Scandi grind is. That is just... It's straight down on each side, and then it comes to a V at the bottom. That's just a basic Scandi grind. A hollow grind. I'm wearing a Victoria. Okay. Oh, let's see. What's a good example of a hollow grind? SEHF 51. That's a good hollow grind. So... a hollow grind is kind of like a saber grind, only it is indented kind of like this. So what a hollow grind really excels at is nothing. To be honest, it doesn't really slice that great. It's kind of a general purpose grind, and I think that's why Schrade uses it so much. It's prone to chipping. It's prone to rolling because it's very thin. They always have a micro bevel on them, which a micro bevel, see the shiny part? That's a micro bevel. I don't like hollow grinds. In fact, I really despise hollow grinds. My favorite grind is a saber grind. And let's see. I don't have my BK7 anymore. I'm going to get a new one. But this is a saber grind. The SEHF 9. Basically what that is, it's kind of like, it's almost like a Scandi grind, but it starts up way higher. So it has a longer pitch. So it slices well, it chops well, it's pretty durable. They always have a micro bevel on them as well. And, I don't know, I think it's a good overall grind. Next... that's my rig that I take out as my survival knife, my Condor Critalis. This is a convex grind. Or, well, it's just actually just a convexed edge, to be honest. It kind of comes down, this one kind of comes down like a flat grind, and then the edge is kind of domed like that. if you can look really, really close. If I get any closer to my camera, I'm going to hurt it. So, it's not focusing anyway. But that's the basic gist of a convex. And a convex is very, very durable. A convex is also very easy to take care of. All you have to do is strop it. So that's why this is one of my favorite knives, the Condor Critalis. Because I just carry a... Is it dull because it's convex? No, it's not dull. No, this knife is... I don't know if you can see it. It's sharp. Sharp enough. But, a convex, you can get a convex grind shaven sharp. This one is. But anyhow, I just strop it. I use a leather strop. So, yeah, I don't have to carry any stones. I don't have to carry any kind of a sharpening system. I just carry a leather strop with some compound on it. And then, you know, after I've used it for a little while, I'll strop the knife and it's done, you know. And it holds its edge because it's kind of a wide edge, so it's very durable. So that's convex. When it comes to a survival knife, I think convex is the way to go, to be honest. That way you don't have to sharpen it as often. And it would be fairly easy to sharpen in the field, too. No stone, good weights. Absolutely. Good weight savings. And then on my rig, I carry a live fire. Black compound. I've been using mostly green, but I have white too. I'll have to try the black, see how that does. And then my little Mayflower. This is a flat grind. Full flat grind. Starts at the top and goes clear to the bottom in one grind. So when they're grinding this, when they're sanding it, you know, they're sanding the whole edge. So it's just one big V. That's a flat grind. And this one has a micro bevel on it. This is actually my favorite neck knife. The Mayflower, Condor Mayflower. And I think they might have a new one coming out that's very similar. It has different micarta handle scales on it. But this is, what, 420 high carbon stainless. The jimping is absolutely spot on. It's not too much. It's not too little. It's just right. You know, if your hands were a little bit wet, a little bit slippery, it would be helpful. So, but it's not so much that it's barely even noticeable. So it's perfect. And I can get all four of my big fat fingers on it. It's the perfect size neck knife. Could you use a Bark River Bravo L-Max for a necker? You could. I think Chris Tanner was carrying one like that for a while. I don't know. I don't know my Bark River knives very well because I can't afford them. And they're handmade knives, so it would make... Since I'm a kydex sheath maker, it doesn't do me any good to have handmade knives to make sheaths for. So I don't really get into the Bark River stuff. Just for that reason, mainly. Ever had a neck knife slip out of its sheath? Not in one of my kydex sheaths, I haven't. I have my own kydex sheath for this thing. I hear you on some knife prices, yeah. I don't own any really expensive knives. I think it's unnecessary. I have... Hey, Team AG, hey. So, I do have one, maybe two really expensive knives coming, but that's only because I am teamed up with the knife maker. I make the sheaths for his knives. J Wolf Cutlery. Go check them on. If you're on Facebook, go check out J Wolf Cutlery. You'll see the knives that I'm talking about. I make sheaths for I make all the kydex sheaths for his knives. Some people order leather, so I don't do those, but I do all his kydex work. Used to go by Skywork. Oh, yeah. So anyhow, as far as neck knife goes, yeah, that one's absolutely my favorite right now. I have a PLS K1. It's very pricey and certainly overkill. A bit heavy in hindsight. The PLS K1, was that the Pathfinder school knife? I don't remember. It rings a bell, but I can't think of it right now. I look at so many knives every day, you wouldn't believe some of the pictures people send me for knives wanting sheaths for them. Very bad connection. Why do I have a very bad connection when I have full Wi-Fi? What do you think about the Escobar? I used to have it. Or wait. No, I do still have it. The BK14? Just a second. You mean that one? Yeah, that's one of my favorites. Super thick. Yeah. I don't know what the deal is with the connection. It's going to be my next purchase. You can't go wrong with a BK14. I mean, it's even with my big old paws, I can get all. I don't know buddy about your 50,000 subscriber giveaway, man. And the sheaths that you got coming from me. Hey, I still need to send you a picture, don't I? Have the strong arm and the more bushcraft orange. The strong arm, I'm not a huge Gerber fan, but that one I like. I doubt that, but I wouldn't put it past them, honestly. I have a smaller channel, so that could be part of it. Yeah, it makes no sense that I have Wi-Fi, and I'm even partly on my, since I'm on my phone, I'm partly on my, mobile network too, so there's no reason why it says bad connection on my end. It's just dumb. Any other knife questions, guys? I gotta show you this thing again. Look at that. I love razor sharp. Favorite blade over 9-inch knife guy. I mean the large knives is what I mean. I'm a big knife nut, but when it comes to big knives, I don't use them a lot. I like it. I have a Jess X, and I like using it. It's just kind of play around with, but I'm more of an axe person, so I don't really play around with big knives very much. Oh, for any of you guys that weren't on my last live stream, give you a quick update on my axe. When you the council two boiled like a year, or no, once a week for a month, and then once a month for a year, and then once a year after that, and then you'll get this beautiful heartwood coloring out of your handle that just pops, and it's just beautiful. If you guys like wood burning and you like Viking axes, go check out Chris Thorne. He makes some cool stuff. Budget. Mine is a Kershaw Camp 10. BK9 is solid for sure, but my grail is Dark Timber Custom Kodiak. I wish I could afford a Dark Timber anything. I had a... What was it? Well, it had been the Dark Timber, actually the Bark River production version of the Grizzly, and then I did a JX6 piggyback on it, and that was, I think, the best looking sheath I've ever made. It just turned out awesome. But yeah, that Grizzly, oh man, I'd love to get my hands on one of those. C King, hey, thanks for heading. Says reconnecting. Here we go. Still there, guys? Okay. Yeah, once a day for a week, once a week for a month, once a month for boiled linseed oil, your axe handle. If it comes like the Cold Steel Trail Bus comes with a coating of um, like kind of like a lacquer finish, comes with a coating of whatever clear crap that's on it, that stuff will give you a blister in a hurry. So you want to sand that all off and put linseed oil on it, and then take the finest steel wool you can get and go over your handle, and it kind of burnishes it, and it kind of seals all the. AJ, thank you. Really appreciate that, man. So anyhow, the steel wool will burnish the wood so that it seals the oil in, and your handle will last so much longer. Husqvarna hatchet. Oh yes, the little the 13-inch one you talking about? Team AG. A good ads? Um, I don't know. I've never looked into those, man. Okay, yeah, that 13-inch Husqvarna, I almost bought that before I bought this. Um, it was a little small for what I wanted to do with it, but it's a damn good hatchet from what I've seen. I've only seen one person say they don't like it, and it was somebody who said they never went out and used it, so made no sense to me. Husqvarna 13-inch, yep. It's actually 15 inches overall, so it's a decent sized axe. It is. This one's 18 inches overall, so but quite a bit heavier head too. So I guess it kind of depends on how much power you want behind you. But if you ever get a hold of this handle, this thing is insane. And you get a lot of control. Just get my hand out of the way so you can see how that curves in. And then see that palm swell at the bottom? It's perfect. It couldn't be more perfect. The only thing that I'm not particularly fond of about this axe is the grain structure going the opposite direction as that most people like, but I have had axes like that before and never had a problem with it. My old felling axe that I got from my dad probably 10 years ago still has the same handle in it, and it's the same way. The main problem, the reason that people don't like this is if you like set your axe down and lean it against a wall. Don't lean it up against a wall. Always hang your axes up. If you ever check out the handy axes, no, I haven't. I have this. I'm not going to be bringing my axe. I'm just bringing my bug out bag. I might throw the axe in the truck. I like having an axe with me. But I'm not sure. I don't think I'm going to bring anything to chop with. Usually in my bug out bag, all I have is a saw and a knife. So, what I would really love is. Checked it out, and we don't have a Lehman's in Canada. Well, that's a shame. What do I. Did I miss any questions? Anyhow, if you guys have a question, let me know. If this looking for good ads, yeah. I'll look into that, man, and I'll hopefully catch you on another live stream or. I finally got the to go systems bivy. Oh, how you liking it, man? The to go systems trifecta. Again, Southern High Lifer. Hey, thanks for router. Maybe it'll quit doing that. I have the door. I'm in line of sight. Well, hey, thanks for stopping by, Will. But don't have a connection. See all those knives? Lots of toys. Very bad connection again. So, so anyhow, anybody got any questions? Well, I'm probably going to cut this off and see if anybody's awake in the house. If they're not, I will kick up a new one. Always hang your axe, man. Never lean it up against the wall. You'll get a... it will warp. Anyhow, I'm going to head in the house and see if anybody's awake. If nobody's awake, I'll start a new chat right next to my router, and hopefully it will quit doing this. So, all right. Anyhow, thanks for stopping by, guys, and make sure you check out my other channel, CP Kydex, and I'm doing a fundraiser tomorrow, so definitely check that out. I'll have a bunch of sheaths and other little gadgets and cool stuff, so head over to CP Kydex and give me a sub over there. Thanks for watching, guys. It's looking like it's going to cut out on me again, so maybe I'll be back. We'll see what happens. Thanks for coming by, guys.